Hey everyone, I put together some clips of the automotive projects that I worked on this weekend. I don't have any clips from the 66 GT that got the fuel pump. I did post a live video of the test drive afterwards. Replaced the fuel pump, and then we had one of the Ford float bowl was flooding out the carbs, so we had to check the float level and adjust the needle and seat on the Holly carb, which I am not a carb guy, so that was interesting. But anyway, check out the F-150 vacuum harness change, and then a brake fluid change on the F-150. I don't know what kind of projects we got going on. We are going to order some parts for the 66. We're going to get a left front fender hardware kit, and some Pour 15, and do some work on making sure that the fender apron and the radiator support got welded on correctly, and also checking alignment of the cowl before we press forward. Steve Torres is coming over today to look at a fender bracket that needs to be welded on. I'm just not up to speed on welding enough to do that myself yet. But enjoy the clip. Thanks for following my page. I'll probably upload the videos to YouTube as well. All right, Sean Curry with Curry's Garage. Now, I've taken a few videos lately, decided not to post any because life's been pretty busy and didn't really have time to edit them. But we're going to work on this F-150 today. And Dad always said if you buy full drive, you buy a lot of extra work. And he's right. I'd say about 20% of the repair cost in this older truck has been full drive components. This is your, don't quote me, this is basically your vacuum control for your four-wheel drive. And it pulls vacuum on the hub actuators, and then when you engage four-wheel drive, it releases the vacuum and it engages the four-wheel drive. So if you have a clicking noise on this is a 2010, if you have a clicking noise on an F-150, it's probably the hub actuator engaging because you have a vacuum leak. We definitely have a vacuum leak, so we're going to put a whole new harness on this thing today. So we're going to take the air box out to do this job, get some access because it comes along here. I'm not all sure what we're going to take out. I'm guilty. I'm just going to be a man. I'm not going to read the maintenance manual on this. I mean, it should be pretty straightforward. But I want to go over these tools. I delayed forever buying a ratchet that was battery powered, but it is the greatest thing in the world. So I'll post a link to this AC Delco 3/8 drive battery ratchet. I love it. And another neat thing we're going to use that I'm not going to post a link for, but is a set of Spline Sockets. They were the first thing I grabbed out of the 3/8 drawer, so we'll give those a shot. All right, we got the new harness on. All I did is lay out the new harness on top of the old one, and the old one was so brittle it'd start to crack away as I went, but I laid it along those lines, and then in a few places I'd snap it off or cut it. Just make sure you don't cut the new one. That way you don't forget any of the 15 to 20 little plastic clips that go along the frame. I would do that with any harness you have. Lay the new one next to it and kind of install it in sections. I'm going to post a link to a couple tools that make removing the clips easier and the job easier. We're going to put it back together, and I think I'm going to change the brake fluid on a side note while I'm here. Alright, while we're doing maintenance on the F-150, because 35 degrees is a great temperature to do maintenance, we're going to change this brake fluid. And you can see over there, that's not the color brake fluid should be. So we're going to do a brake fluid change. And I'm hoping that I have the cap for my pressure bleeder, and I can do this a one-person job. Alright, after sucking out what I could with the turkey baster, I attached my pressure bleeder. I have a thing of, it's degreaser, but it's mostly water. But anyway, be real careful with the brake fluid. If you drip anything on the car, you want to wipe it up, and then I always spray water, a little degreaser on it, and then when I'm done, I do one more check. It wouldn't hurt if you had a fender apron to use it. This stuff's highly corrosive. I pump my pressure bleed after about 2 bar, and then I start bleeding from the farthest from the ABS unit and ABS unit on this thing. I'll have to find it. So I've taken off the rubber cap on the brake bleeder, and whoever designed this wrench needs to be shot. Do you see what's wrong with that? It's a 9 and 11. We just skipped right over 10, and 10's what we need. Let's go back to the toolbox. We crack the bleeder, we'll let the pressure bleeder push brake fluid from the reservoir down into the bottle.